Hello, pro wrestling fans, and welcome back to Squared Circle Speak, your home for professional wrestling takes and reviews and all this fun stuff. I am Ryan. With me today, as always, is my co host Nathan. And today it's another WWE Speak. And we're going to be looking at the week that was in WWE for the week of August 5th. Obviously, the big thing from Raw is the Wyatt Sicks finally made their in-ring debut, Nathan.
Yeah, they finally wrestled against the Creeds and oh my God, Chad Gable. And they did pretty good, Ryan. They had they had some crazy double teams that they use, or triple teams, I guess, because this was a six-man tag.
Yeah.
And they had a little crazy style, and they also each one of them kind of hit a move that was kind of reminiscent of Bray Wyatt and also and or Brody King or Brody Lee. And so yeah, it was nice. It was good, and you had Uncle Howdy out there, Bo Dallas sitting in a rocking chair watching, and but then you had crazy old Sister Abigail just sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
But what do you think of it, Ryan? I thought it was a decent debut match for them. Um, they like I said, they got a lot of offense and a lot of cool stuff, and I think it was a decent match for them. What do you think?
I thought it
I
was
don't know. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I thought it was good. I thought this match was great on all six men did great here. I thought Brutus, Julius, and Chad Gable did a really good job as heels. And they did a good job of selling for this Wyatt Six offense. I thought, it was different. Their offense was kind of just wild and crazy, but and yeah, like you said, they had a couple really good double teams that Gacy and uh Loomis do, like the power bomb senton that they do, and then Loomis hit a frog splash, which was really insane. Never expected that. I didn't know Loomis had that in him. Maybe this will be
Well,
the best thing to happen for Loomis because he can actually make it
yeah.
work now.
Um, the only thing I didn't like about that was a frog splash. It's like everybody does a frog splash. Everybody does a splash.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping he was gonna do something different, but
yeah, but I didn't expect a frog splash out of Loomis.
no, but
He
you
worked.
know,
Loomis looked better here than he ever did in the other gimmick. Uh,
oh yeah, yeah, because he
so
wrestled
this,
so slow in the other gimmick.
yeah, this gimmick is way better. It gets him time to actually work and show off what he can do. I think this is probably the best thing for all three of these men. Uh,
Okay,
so
let's discuss now. That's the best thing for them, but what did this do for Chad Gable? Because
yeah, I mean it kind of sucks. He's got his new group and immediately lost, but maybe we'll see. You know, maybe we'll see something. Maybe they'll get something out of this. I don't know. Uh, you know, he did resign, so I guess he's
yeah, we'll see where that goes. All right, what else happened on this show, Ryan?
elsewhere on this show. Gunther kicked off the show, talking about being the new world champion. Randy Orton interrupted him, and at Bash in Berlin, it's going to be Gunther and Orton 2 for the World Heavyweight Championship. What do you think of that, Nathan? What do you think of Orton getting the first shot at Gunther's title?
I mean, I'm okay with the match. I just don't like the fact that we're already having people from other shows. I get why he had an opportunity coming because Gunther didn't pin him or whatever. It was motivated at least, but it's just we were doing so good at establishing two separate shows. I don't want it to go back to the way it was.
Yeah, I mean, they explained it that he was given special privilege to do it or whatever. I guess, it's one of those things where it's kind of like a trade, I guess. They work with the other general managers to get people to go other shows. I mean, it's not it's kind of a loose system and it's kind of they can just go people can kind of go what they want with general manager discretion, I guess. Uh But this is gonna be a good match. Their first match was great. And so I really don't mind this match. It does kind of weird that Orton's on SmackDown, but I'm gonna just overlook that and I'm gonna look forward to this match.
Yeah. Also on this show, we had see this is what really made me upset about it, Ryan, is we had two of these things.
Yeah, this other one I didn't really get.
Yeah, because we had I know they interacted on SummerSlam, but you can't just have people come to these other shows just because you had an interaction. It just I didn't like it. You had the Awesome Truth out there, and then you had A Town Down Under come out, and they had a thing, and I was just, yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, they had a match. A-Town Down Under one. Yeah, I didn't agree with this either, but I guess after major pay-per-views this happens, I guess. This is just kind of the thing for the Raw after pay-per-views, I guess. Elsewhere, Sheamus beat Ludwig Kaiser in a really good match. I thought this match was good, and Kaiser looked really good in this match.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he finally back. Damian Priest and Finn Balor had a segment. Damian called him out. Finn said, "You know what? Uh, you brought this all upon yourself. You betrayed us. It was always supposed to have each other's backs. We weren't supposed to have a leader, and then you became a leader. And you know, uh, a year ago he almost became champion, and blah blah blah. So it's basically been a year in the making here. And then he says, "You know what? And it won't be just me. We all will." And then Finn Balor is joined by Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Carlito, and JD McDonough. So that's the new Judgment Day, I guess.
Right.
Um, then we had a really quick thing where Bronson Reed was upset that he wouldn't have a match, and that'll come in to play later on in the show. Lyra Valkyria beat Shayna Baszler after disqualification because of Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville getting involved, and then the Damage Control come out, and it's just a big brawl between all of them.
Yeah. So you were talking before about how you like to have, you know, faces and heels. Who the hell's the face and heel in this six man, Ryan?
Yeah, the Damage Control turned face suddenly that I don't know about because
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, Damage Control's been helping out. I don't even know if they've been helping out Lyra. They're just trying to get revenge on Shayna and Sonya and Zoe. So I don't know. Yeah, everything's blurred now with all this stuff. Then we had CM Punk coming out, talking about he lost, but he goes, he's still happy. Losing doesn't make me happy, but SummerSlam was not a guarantee. Baltimore Monday night was not a guarantee. But then he keeps talking, and then Seth comes out. And Seth says, "You know what? Do you want me in the ring, or do you want to get your ass kicked here?" And then they're gonna fight. But then Drew McIntyre interrupts them. He starts making fun of Punk, talks about Larry and AJ. So Punk runs after McIntyre, and then Bronson Reed. Now, Bronson Reed comes out, takes out Seth. Rollins starts fighting back. Rollins hits him with a Death Valley driver, and then 2 running sentons, and then he hits 6 tsunamis to close the segment. Now the crowd was booing Bronson Reed at first, but then by the 4th one, they were losing their fucking minds. This crowd loved seeing Seth Rollins get destroyed.
Yeah, very interesting. So Seth Rollins, they said, is going to be out for a little bit here. I guess they said it's nothing serious. He's just got some injuries and he's trying to take some time off to rest or whatever. Could we see Seth Rollins heel turn here? Because the crowd was booing him or booing, like cheering for him to get destroyed. And that'd be pretty interesting. And then when, the eventual match that they've been playing up for so long between him and CM Punk, maybe he's the heel.
Very much could be. I did like this. Bronson Reed getting a good reaction and Bronson Reed getting something. Hopefully they keep, look, Bronson Reed's not getting any younger, and you've got a lot of guys on this roster on both shows that you're going to have to start doing something with. And so I think they realize that. And so I think maybe, hopefully, these guys start getting something and, get a little bit of a push here.
Yeah.
Then we had the New Day versus the Authors of Pain. New Day won because we had Odyssey Jones show up.
Oh boy.
He came out, took out Cross, and then again, crowd went crazy. Maybe a star was born here. Jones picked up both members of AOP and hits them with a double sidewalk slam. And then
Yeah, that's
then he
pretty
hit
impressive.
like a boss man slam on Cross. That was pretty damn impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
Right. It was very impressive. And I don't know. I don't know. If it didn't, Xavier Woods didn't look too happy at first, but then he kind of was okay with it a little bit.
Yeah, but in the back, he still didn't seem too happy. So I still think they're teasing a breakup. I still think they're going to tease a breakup between them two.
Right.
Then Damian Priest beat JD McDonough by disqualification. This turned into a big thing. Mysterio came out, Liv was out there, Carlito was out there, and then Rhea Ripley goes crazy and throws Morgan into the ring post. She headbutts McDonough, and then Priest hits McDonough with a fantastic chokeslam. I mean, McDonough sold it like $1,000,000. And Nathan, Rhea, and Priest are together. Could your prophecy come true? Could they take on JD McDonough and Finn Balor for the tag team championships?
I mean, they could go that way. They could go, them versus Dominic and Liv, or them versus Finn and Liv. You know, they could go a lot of ways here. But yeah, that would be crazy. Only thing about that is, so after I said it, I thought about it for a while, and I don't know. Would that put so when so whenever China did that back in the day, right?
Yeah.
I know this is WWE, so it's a little different because I know other companies have done this. But when China did that, she kind of was never able to go back to the women's division
She did,
because
but it didn't.
it
Yeah.
didn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that if they did go that route, but it is a tag team title, so it's a little different. But if they went that route, I'd be worried about, would Rhea all of a sudden be too big for the women's division?
I mean, it's possible. It is possible that that could happen, and it's possible this tag team thing doesn't happen, but she obviously still wants revenge with Liv, so I do see her challenging Liv again, but I don't know. That would be very interesting to see them do that and how they would work that. Maybe they wait till Netflix when they can have a little bit more leeway with what they can do.
Right.
Because I know USA probably doesn't want man on woman shit. But on Netflix, they could probably get away with it. So
That's what I'm thinking too. So they might hold off on that until then, or it might not happen. Maybe, just because, I mean, she headbutted one of them, but they didn't I don't know.
yeah, I mean, we don't know. I mean, I think it's just going to be her going after Liv, but I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. The only other thing that happened on Raw that we haven't talked about, Io Sky beat Sonya Deville, but before that, Shayna and Zoe attacked Dakota Kai, and it appears Dakota Kai might be injured again. Um, it feels like every time she gets a shot, every time she's starting to get a storyline, she gets injured. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. I haven't heard officially if she's injured or if it's just storyline, but she was attacked backstage. Next week on Raw, or this week on Raw, I guess, Braun Breaker will take on Sami Zayn in a 2 out of 3 falls match, and Damage Control takes on Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in a number one contenders match for the tag team titles. So that was Raw. I thought Raw was really good this week. I thought everything seemed to be pretty nice. I don't think there was, a lot of storylines progressed and a lot of new stuff happened. They put over 2 new guys, with Jones and Reed. So I think Raw was pretty damn good this week.
I agree.
So on to NXT, this was part 2 of the Great American Bash. We kicked it off with Trick Williams versus Pete Dunne. What'd you think of this match? I thought it was all right. Williams
Yeah, it was.
did what he could with Williams.
I was gonna say it was a better Trick Williams match than we've seen in a while, and that was, yeah, basically due to Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I didn't like. Did you like that Pete Dunne got the win here?
I just don't know what they're doing with Dunn. He interrupted this Sheamus match on like he's with Sheamus on Raw. I don't know what, and he hasn't explained anything. Like why he turned heel. Like
Yeah.
nothing's been explained as to why he suddenly is now a heel. I like Pete Dunne as a heel, so I'm not complaining. I just don't know why. I don't know where this leaves Tyler Bate, and B, I don't know what we're getting here. I do. I mean, he wins. Maybe that means so. I don't know what it means though, because he's not actually officially on NXT. He's doing both, so I don't know if this was the right call or not.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know either. It's kind of tricky, really, because you don't want. I don't know if he's gonna be a heel though. I guess it doesn't matter if he's winning matches in other places and
Yeah,
stuff.
it just tricks one of the top stars in NXT. You would think, maybe they've soured on Trick. Maybe his title run didn't go the way they wanted it to, and maybe he's gonna fall down the card a little bit here.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, so Pete Dunne won. The next match was for the WWE NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan defending against Tatum Paxley. That Paxley worked on her knee a lot. It appeared that she was injured. I'm pretty sure this was just a, you know, storyline thing. For most of this match, Jordan was on one leg. I thought Paxley looked really well. She did a 450, which okay, did not see
Yeah,
that coming. Uh, and then Jordan hit the top rope Spanish fly, and then gets the win with the frog splash. And then after the match, Chu choked out Paxley. Not sure why, but
yeah,
interesting. I thought this match was pretty good though. I thought Tatum Paxley looked really good in this match. She did a lot more than I thought she was capable of. And Connie Jordan continues her run as champion. And yeah, I mean, I don't know the Winded Shoe gimmick. I'm not sure what it is or why they're doing it, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. I don't. Then we had the NXT Championship match. Ethan Page defending against Oro Mensa. Obviously, Ethan Page gets the win. What'd you think of this match, Nathan? I thought Oro did pretty good in this thing.
he did. I don't know where it's heading. I don't know it. I don't know how hurt Noam Dar is.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. Like, I guess is it a serious? Is it really an injury or is it just? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
This was a weird thing for Ethan Page's first title defense to be against Oro Mensa. And that's not a shot on Oro Mensa. That's just not who I was thinking. Uh, you know, it was a good match and Page wins, but it's not really who I had in mind as a first person. Uh, Joe Henry defeated Joe Coffey.
Oh yeah, that was also what I was going to talk about. Is I didn't like that the NXT title match was in the middle of the show.
Well, I didn't either until the main event. Then I realized why that ended the show.
Yeah, but
It should have started, I feel like, though. They should have kicked off the show with that match. I think it would have made it better if it was the first match. It was weird to have it third match on the card. But NXT different, I guess. Yeah, Joe Henry beat Joe Coffey. He had both members of Gallus taken out when he pulled an Eddie Guerrero and said they threw him onto the hit him with a steel chair and threw him on the table. Joe Henry gets the win, and then Joe Henry says he's not done. He's going to be sticking around. So I'm not sure how Joe Henry worked out this kind of deal. But Joe Henry is going to
yeah,
be in NXT and TNA both all the time now, apparently.
yeah. So Joe Henry, this is a little inside stuff here, but so Joe Henry has apparently worked out a deal where he can do NXT. He trains at the Performance Center, still does TNA, but also has his own merch store and sells his own merch.
Yeah. And he
That
can still do independent dates too.
that's unprecedented.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's nuts. I can't believe that this is happening. I mean, hey, I good on him, and that's good on WWE to let this happen. and they see the potential in Joe Henry, and they see the big thing that they can become. So, it was also announced on this show that the NXT's debut on the CW will be from the Allstate Arena in Chicago, with CM Punk making an appearance, and then the week after that, they'll be at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis with Randy Orton. So really bumping up the shows for their debut on the CW. Then Ren Sinclair defeated Kendall Gray, which means that Charlie Dempsey will get a shot at the Heritage Cup. And then your main event, Axiom and Nathan Frazier defend the tag team titles against MSK with Trey Miguel. A fantastic tag team match between four high flyers. Really, really insane match. So much happened. And they all pulled off some shit I never thought I'd see. I mean, this match was insane. Axiom picked up the win. After the match, Wentz and Miguel and Lee all hug in the ring, and they're like, it's okay, we'll get it back. Lee then super kicks Trey Miguel, and Trey Miguel sold it like he got shot. And then he hits the low blow on Wentz, and then he just destroys the Rascals as the show went off the air. So Wesley has turned heel.
Yeah, never thought. Did you think that was going to happen?
I didn't think it was going to happen, but I understand why it is developmental, and we said the same thing with Roxanne Perez. Like, you've got to be able to work both styles in WWE. And so, they're turning him heel now, see how he can do as a heel, and if he ever gets called up, he'll probably be a face again. But, it's developmental. Everyone kind of runs both sides of the fence over there. It was really unexpected because they just brought the Rascals in, but of course the Rascals are TNA talent, so this was probably a short-term loan that they worked out with the Rascals. So they're probably not going to be back anytime soon. And we'll see where the Wesley character goes now. We'll see how he can work as a heel.
You think he stays in NXT?
I think for a while, for a little bit longer. I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up winning the title at some point, though, the NXT Championship.
That would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to SmackDown, all right?
So SmackDown kicked off with Cody Rhodes talking about what happened at SummerSlam. Solo interrupts and says, yeah, but if it wasn't for Roman Reigns, I'd be champion. He says he wants a rematch. He says you're cosplaying as a tribal chief. He says that you're 100% unequivocally delusional if you think you have any claim to a rematch. And so then Kevin Owens slides in with still two steel chairs. Solo says, I'll deal with you after I find Roman. And then basically this all leads to Kevin and Owens. Cody Rhodes basically says, hey, I want to challenge you. I want you to get a title shot at Bash in Berlin. He says, I'm going to go Nick Aldis and tell him why Kevin Owens should challenge me at Bash in Berlin for the title.
Yeah, that's a different way of starting a title match.
Yeah. And then it is confirmed later in the night that it is going to be Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship at Bash in Berlin.
I mean, it'll be a good match, but obviously Cody Rhodes is going to win. So
yeah, but
this was kind of an AEW kind of match. I didn't like how because it's just okay. We just throw you in here. We know you're going to lose because it's whatever.
The street. Right. Okay, go ahead.
No, don't go ahead.
I was going to move on to the next match, but if you had something else to say.
No, go ahead.
All right, the Street Profits took on A-Town Down Under in a number one contenders qualifying match. The Street Profits get the wins. Was this a number or was this a match to get into a qualifying match?
I have no idea.
It was. I think they called it a qualifying match, so I don't know exactly what that means because they had another one later. So I'm assuming this means like they're gonna have a match next week with the two winners, I guess.
Why do we keep doing this?
That's what they do, man. They just keep doing all these like mini tournaments.
I know that's what AEW's been doing too, and I don't know what's up with that.
They're trying to make it more real, I guess. Got to earn your spots, I guess.
I don't know. I know you don't like that kind of stuff, so
yeah, I mean, I get it, but yeah, it's weird. But I understand why they're doing it, and I understand why AEW does it too, because it's like You want to make it feel real and have people actually earn title opportunities, so they got to win multiple matches. But we had a funny backstage segment between Tiffany and Chelsea, the two divas of the era, interacting. Jade Cargill beat Alba Fire, with Davenport out there as well. Davenport now has aligned herself with Fire and Dawn. Interesting.
Ryan, this is, all right, we gotta have this discussion. Do you like that they put the same, like, okay, so they're all Scottish, so
Yeah.
let's put them together. And then, like, Odyssey Jones with the New Day, okay,
The
he's black.
Bloodline,
Do you like that, or do you think that this
the
is,
Street Profits.
yeah, when they were with Bobby Lashley? Do you think that this,
LWO, Legato. There's a bunch of them. No, I don't like it. I
I
think
don't,
it's pretty weird just because they're all Scottish, we're gonna throw them together. I mean,
well, not only that, but like like just race wise, I feel like if WWE keeps getting bigger the way they want to be, they're gonna have to change some of that.
yeah, well, Damage Control. I mean, it's all the Japanese women.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So
And then you got Naomi, Jade, and Bianca being a team now.
I I'm just saying.
Oh, dude, I'm with you. I don't like this at all. I don't know where Davenport fits in with this, but I'm good. It's good that she's getting to do something, but I
Yeah,
don't like the fact that we're just throwing them all together.
yeah, I feel like that is very 80s and 90s stuff, and that needs to go away.
Yes, for sure. 100%. Uh,
You know,
LA Knight came out to a massive pop. Santos Escobar interrupted him and basically wanted a title shot, but he had to earn it first. So he took on Andrade later in the show, and Santos Escobar gets the win.
I mean, it's good. He finally got a win.
Yeah, it's going to be Escobar versus Knight for the United States Championship.
All right, I like that.
We had a Giovanni Vinci promo. He's back.
How do you feel about him going back to his old gimmick, Ryan?
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, I guess it's the same. I guess he's just like a rich guy. He was
Yeah, but okay, yeah, but where was this rich guy stuff when he was with,
yeah.
it's like all of a sudden now he's, I don't know.
He says his promo. He said, the best part about the past is that's behind you. There are no losses, only lessons. Nobody should think success is a given, but I know it's my destiny. I have become the man was always meant to be, a man who knows no limits and accepts no shortcuts. Skiing the Italian Alps or speeding on the track, I do it with style. I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. Like, cause they do a good job, like, with when like say the Wyatt Sicks when they came out and they finally wrestled, they all kept their same names. They still did some of the same moveset. They still, so but with this, with Giovanni Vinci, it's like, okay, he's still got the same name. I get that, but with the Wyatt Sicks, there's a reason why he changed. What is the reason
Oh,
for his change?
I guess getting kicked out of the,
Yeah, I don't know. Felt kind of weird.
Yeah, I guess getting kicked out of Imperium made him realize he needed to change. I don't know.
I feel like you're grasping at straws.
Well, I've got to come up with something. So DIY took on Pretty Deadly in another number one contender qualifying match. DIY get the win, so they will. I guess their take on the Street Profits for the number one contendership.
All right.
And then your main event was Solo coming out, and he said, "Acknowledge me, Roman. I'm the tribal chief now. If you want these back, come and get it." Reigns comes in and absolutely, positively destroys Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. He threw the stair, like he just dropped the stairs at one point on him, which was just insane. Then him and Solo get into it. They go back and forth. Roman was hit the Superman punch, looking for the spear. Tonga Loa pulls Sikoa out of the ring. Reigns picks up the Uafala, but then Loa and Tonga attack him. They give the Uafala back to Solo, and then he spears everybody. Superman punches everybody. And then he just keeps hitting chair shots to Tonga Loa as the show goes off the air. But Sikoa does have the Uafala back. So apparently, according to this, whoever just is in control of the Uafala is the tribal chief. Apparently. That's all it takes.
Okay.
Because they were fighting over that. So apparently, if you're in possession of the Uafala, that means you are the tribal chief, I guess. Is what I gathered from this.
All right.
We're gonna have a Uafala on a pole match.
Oh God.
Bro, Vince Russo would be like, bro, it only makes sense. We gotta put it on a pole.
Or in a ladder.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you think? So, out of those 3 shows, what do you think was the best one?
Raw.
Absolutely. SmackDown, I mean, they had some good moments. We had Roman, and we had some good matches, but SmackDown sometimes feels like it's like they don't get enough attention storyline wise. And it's like, it feels like almost like, or creative wise, I guess is what I should say. And it almost feels like they're kind of mailing it in sometimes on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So hopefully that changes when they go to USA and when Raw goes to Netflix. All right, let's get into a little bit of news before we get out of here, right?
So there's a little bit of news. First thing, Mark Henry's son has signed with WWE. I use in quotations because he's a part of their WWE NIL program. He will be paid by the company while he attends the University of Oklahoma. He will be competing for the school's wrestling team and apparently also trying out for the football team. But that does mean that, if whenever his college career is done, he could come to WWE.
Such a weird thing.
So, other contract news, apparently, LA Knight has re-signed a big contract increase. His deal was set to expire next year, but apparently he is re-signed for a much longer and a much more sizable financial increase. So, there you go. So he is sticking around for who knows how long, but at least a couple more years.
All right. So, we got some guys contracts coming up in AEW, and a lot of people are thinking they're going to come to WWE. Ryan, what do you think the chances are that the Lucha Brothers come to WWE and maybe Starks comes to WWE?
Ricky Starks, I would say, is 100% coming to WWE. I think he was kind of close with Punk and with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like he's definitely coming. The Lucha Brothers reportedly are coming as well, but that one seems a little more iffy to me of whether they actually show up or not. Reportedly, they have said that they don't want to go to NXT.
Right.
And they want to be kept together. Is reportedly what I've heard is what they wanted. Which, again, yeah, they don't need to go to NXT. I mean, what can they teach them in NXT that they already are? You know what I mean? Like they already
they can teach them. They can teach them
the WWE style.
Yeah,
But they already do some American style. They were in TNA for a while, and they've been in AEW. So yeah, they'll have to tone down their style and wrestle a different style. But yeah, those two, the Lucha Brothers. I don't know. We still don't know about Motor City Machine Guns as well. They're reportedly coming. I guess we'll wait and see. But Ricky Starks I would 100% feel like as soon as his deal's up, he is coming.
Right.
Like, I have no doubt in my mind that Ricky Starks will be coming to WWE. But what about Daniel Garcia? He is also reportedly his contract's coming up and has not re-signed with AEW yet either. Do you see him potentially making a come to WWE?
I think he wants to, but I don't know if WWE wants him.
I've heard they are interested,
Okay.
but he's still super young, so they could put him in NXT, let him learn the NXT style from them for a while, and give him a whole new gimmick.
Yeah.
Maybe give him a personality. So we don't know exactly when their contracts are up, but reportedly they are of this year. But no one knows for sure exactly when Starks and I think the Lucha Brothers are up this month, but Starks and Garcia and all them, I'm not 100% sure when their contracts are actually up. So,
Right.
and then we had big news, Nathan, from Triple H as WWE Speed Women's Championship tournament is coming to X on September 4th. So now we're going to have a women's speed champion.
How you feel about that, Ryan?
I don't care. I don't care about the men's speed championship. I don't care about the women's speed championship. I don't watch it. I don't have X, and I'm not downloading that shit show of an app just for this. So I don't care. Like, I have no thoughts on this. I mean, it's fine. Equal opportunity, whatever. Get them more shine, I guess. But in 3-minute matches, how much shine are you gonna get?
Exactly. All right. I think that's going to do it with this episode.
Yep, I think that's gonna wrap this one up.
So if you like what you heard here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you can hear more of these WWE speaks, and also hit the notification bell so you know when we're going to upload some more WWE speaks. And stay tuned this week for some more videos.
Yeah, so this week we got AEW speak, as well as we are going to be doing a retro review of WCW's New Blood Rising. That should be interesting. We're also going to be doing a top 10 of our favorite pay-per-view names. And also, we're going to be doing a wrestler spotlight on Big Vito. All of that still to come, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single video. And we'll see you in the next one.
Later.